Hello, peoples! It's ArthisRoo here, and today we are finally doing it. We're gonna show off my Chonkbeam deck, and this is Shadowfen Dragons with the newly buffed Sunbeam Serpents. Says that now it gains the strength of the strongest friendly. Doesn't have to be bordering anymore. Amazing. We're also using Wandering Worms. Now this deck took me forever to make because it's actually so hard to learn. Oh man, but it's actually really good. It's really good. Ultra fun, especially with the amazing Potion of Vitality now. Also works really well with Sunbeam. It's amazing. So, started off as a meme deck, but actually works really well. And yeah, let's just see how it goes. So, there's a couple things to think about for this deck. Well, firstly, our Edric in this deck is actually the flexible card slot here. It means that you can substitute that for basically anything. But the good ones that I found were something like Lime Limbs or Personal Servers. Personal Servers actually very good in this deck, by the way. Those two are much cheaper in terms of rarity. So if you don't have legendaries like Edric, then this is really good as a substitute. Other things are like Toad or Tigor. Tigor obviously for the dragon synergy. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. Thought I thought we were gonna have some uh, s- some weird game experiences again like the last time, but luckily that's not happening. It seems good for us. Right. And another one, if you want to be a real tryhard, you can change Edric to be Ubis, probably level 5. But that's not as fun, you know. It's definitely really strong, but I do love the value that Edric gives. So we're going with Edric. This one's a bit sketchy actually. Um, ooh, oh, this one actually deals some good damage. So we just got a what is it, 14 value from our Beast of Terror. Pretty good. So this deck, really cool. It is a mid-range deck, but leans more towards the rush side. So it's kind of like a aggro mid-range. Because Cordia, and also because the nature of Shadowfen dragons, they're just not as good in terms of like control and clearing the board, because it's so like synergy oriented. Like you need dragons on the board, and the best way to have dragons on the board is if you have like a mid-range deck. So that's what's happening here. And what's awesome with this deck is that like people just don't have that much experience dealing with the Sunbeam, so it's freaking amazing. And usually when you end up making a really big trunk beam, you're probably thinking, oh, they'll just confine it, right? Like, I mean, yeah, I guess you're right. But when you actually end up having a giant trunk beam, just because of the way this card works, there also happens to be another dragon chonker. So, I mean, they're gonna have to choose which one to confine, and they'll have to throw mana in a way they don't want for the other big dragon. So it's really fun. And it's also great because with Sunbeam, ooh, this is good. With Sunbeam, you can actually you can do plays like backline Cordia or defense Cordia. And they're actually very good for this deck, because usually a backline Cordia is really slow, right? Because I mean, yeah, it's a lot of value, but it takes a while for the dragons to walk up. But you don't need to wait for the dragons to walk up, because you can just get frontline in the next turn, or in the same turn if it's late game, and then you can put a Sunbeam on their baseline. But you use the Cordia value to your advantage there. It's amazing. Which is this. And so basically this deck, you want to keep your dragons alive as much as possible. So sometimes another play you could do is actually what I call a safe Cordia, where you're not actually trying to protect the eggs, but you're protecting Cordia, because Cordia is like a really big body in general, and you don't even have to buff Cordia to get a lot of Sunbeam value. So that's one of the things, like it makes Cordia so flexible instead of just a rush enemy baseline type of card. No, this one now has so many uses. And to dispute some of those like common misconceptions where you only want to do aggressive Cordias, that's not entirely true. And also, like, if people are thinking, oh, Cordia's like really hard, most of the eggs die anyway, well, that's okay because as long as one egg survives, you're getting so much value already. So, oh my gosh, this guy's crazy. So here, I am going to guarantee that the Cordia eggs land in front. Also, we don't need this. Yep. Putting the gift green here so that the eggs land forward, right? Makes sense. And we're gonna defend. This should be GG. This is what most people play Cordia to be, you know, in this kind of base lock strategy, which is very good, definitely. But again, back to like the eggs. If one egg hatches, like here at level 5, one egg hatches, you get 17 value for 6 mana. That's ridiculous. That's already insane, honestly. And obviously, it could be way more than that. And then, if you think about it, even if the eggs didn't get to hatch, you actually put 13 value at 6 mana. That's even more than like a hypothetical vanilla card at 6 mana 1 movement, which would normally be 12 strength. So that's actually like slightly more. Obviously, that's like the worst case scenario, and isn't always, you know, the case, but like you can't really be that mad if the eggs don't hatch because they do the job. They give you the value that you paid for, you know. And you can also use Cordia for defense, like if you're getting rushed, because you know, a lot of people still play rush, and it tends to be a weakness for mid-range decks in general. But with Cordia, you can actually defend with her because not only are you putting value in with the big body, but oh, I love the fast Q times. But you're also blocking like your second row with the eggs, which makes it harder for them to attack you. It's actually great. And then usually one egg survives because one of the eggs are on your baseline in a way they can't really like reach. So one egg usually hatches even when you're defending. So it's amazing because then when that egg hatches and your Cordia moves forward or something, like that dragon that spawned continues to defend for you. And you can do more synergies like wandering or, you know, other things. It's really, really cool. And then with Potion of Growth, you know, if you guys are scrubs, if you guys are scrubs and not staying true to the Chonkbeam name, you can replace Potion of Growth with any of the sideboard cards that I mentioned a while ago. But that just makes this one significantly less reliable, actually. So you kind of don't want to do that. It's nice to have Potion of Growth. It's also good in general because you can put like a gifted on their base and then potion it. That puts a lot of like pressure on them for 5 mana. And then also it could be Confinement Bay. If they confine your potioned unit, your Cordia, your like really high strength Cordia is gonna be like really strong too. And especially your Sunbeam is gonna be very strong if they don't have confinement. So it's actually really good. So you wanna go with most of your other cards, your control cards especially. So witches, you know, beasts, all your other movement cards, because they also give, you know, speed. Like only wandering moves here in this combo. Not wandering, spare. And you actually want frontline for 6 mana, so that you can pull off the Cordia. So you know that's the best case scenario, obviously. Not always the case, but I mean, not a problem. So it seems like this guy is just rushing, so we can actually just defend. This deck has just absurd value. Let me tell you, this deck can actually outvalue Winter, like late game Winter, even with Bombers. Especially the Edric variation of it. Like actually, it's a convincing late game win against Winter Bombers. It's crazy that this deck can just outvalue like that. So we're just gonna defend because like it's a guaranteed win if we defend. That's really all there is to it. Like he screwed up his plays. He's actually just dead here. Yeah, I don't know. This guy's on a losing game right now because he's already screwed up. Beast of Terror, amazing for control, especially against Swarm because they love playing things like Doppelbox, right, and Lawless. So very, very nice. Here we can play a safe Cordia. We use the eggs to, you know, clog the board, not really using them to actually hatch, but to protect Cordia. And then we can do a Sunbeam. right after. Because then our Sunbeam's going to be 15 strength for 5 mana. Pretty nuts. Oh, and by the way, if you guys, I know you're seeing that I have a max level Cordia. It doesn't need to be max. Okay, like level 3 Cordia is already powerful. Level 4 is already like really good in Diamond 1. So you don't need to make it level 5. Obviously, it means that your safe Cordia plays that I mentioned aren't really as viable, but that's okay. Like, it doesn't need to be. That's just more of an extra thing. So here, guess we're doing like we're just gonna outvalue the guy. It's basically GG here. And oh man. All right. Let's just keep going. Right. So, I want to talk about one of the most powerful aggressive combos you can find with this deck. It's not really something you can like plan. It's kind of like if you're lucky, but it's really cool because you can end up doing like a Cordia on 6 mana, like on their base or something, and then you can combo with the Spare and Sunbeam on the 7 mana turn right after. It's amazing. It's actually gross. You usually win if you can pull that off. It's just how powerful it is. Usually you want to be cycling Potion of Growth in early game unless you need it to kill something big like Scrap Planners. But yeah, usually want to cycle it. Cards you want to cycle in the early game, usually these two. Well, actually 3. Wandering Worms, Potion, and Sunbeam. Those are ones you don't really want to use early game. Cordia you could use early game even if you're defending, like I mentioned before. You can do things with it. Oh, this is amazing. Amazing value. So we're gonna do it like this. Oh yeah, let's go. I hope it buffs this one. That would be great. Okay, that's fine too. So here, we have Cordia. We haven't seen our Sunbeam yet, so we could find it, but we can't really combo Sunbeam with something like. Okay, I am sorry about that. Literally, someone called me just now. Okay, it was a wrong number. So here, normally I would Cordia, but since we have the Edric variation of this deck, this is just so much value. I mean, Edric giving us 21 strength for 4 mana. That's ridiculous, dude. It's actually insane. So there's the Sunbeam. Oh, so now what we could do. We could do Green Prototypes, Cordia, and then Potion Sunbeam next turn. So we can do that. We'll cycle away our Witches. Oh, and he's even playing the long game. He's kind of screwed. Yeah. Oh, he's actually so screwed. Oh dear. Alright, here's the plan. We're gonna do the aggressive, safe Cordia play. We're gonna do it like this. Put Cordia here so she's protected. Even if he Blade Storms, not a big deal because we're gonna potion it. Yeah. Right, so you guys are gonna witness the power. This guy seems to be roping, but I don't know. You're kind of in a pickle here, my dude. Witness the power of the Chonkbeam. And, oh my god, Loris doesn't even do anything here. Please, no Blade Storm. Please. Let's go. Okay, wait. I'm not gonna BM unless he continues to rope. That's a lot of damage.
Now that's a lot of damage!
This is a lot of damage. You know it. Like, just look at this. It's actually just ridiculous. And by the way, to maximize your Chonkbeam success, try your best to make it soak as little damage as possible, so that they are forced to use confinement on it. You know, you get what I mean? Because here it would have taken 9 damage instead of only 5. Now they're equal strength, right? And also, yeah, like people playing Hunter's Vengeance, they can kill their own units themselves.
Some of you may die, but it's a sacrifice I am willing to make.
So pretty crazy. And this deck cycles really, really fast, especially if you play like the personal servers or Lime Limbs version of this deck. That's a much faster. It's like a hybrid between rush and mid-range version of this deck. and it's the cheaper one too, which I also recommend, by the way. It's very, very good. Yeah, it's just over. It's actually just crazy. Alright, let's see who we get here. Is this a bot? Oh no, please don't be a bot. It's not a bot! Let's go! Alright, so I only know 3 people, including this guy, in Diamond 1 that have the player and the number, like guest account type of name. In Diamond 1. So pretty neat, to be honest. Oh, he's playing a pirate deck. You can just tell. You can just tell. Please give me spare. Spare would be nice. But nah, it's good. We still clear, which is just insane. For something common. I wouldn't say it's broken. I'd say it's just so good for players in general. Gives them a fighting chance against higher level people. But yeah. So here we can play something like this, we can play something like this. And like here, like they're both equal strength. I can't even choose which one that's gonna get attacked. Which like really sucks, to be honest. Because that means oh, we're definitely Cordiaing here. I know you're probably thinking, oh, you're just gonna do spare wandering. Nah. You know why? Because of that aggressive combo, we have a spare. What if we get Sunbeam? Right? What if we get Sunbeam? It's perfect. And again, like I said, you don't be scared of playing Cordius randomly because it really works out most of the time. It works out most of the time, let me assure you. So, try it. Try it. Do some limit testing, see how much you can risk your Cordius. You will be surprised. You will actually be very surprised. So, let's just go here. Looks like we have a nice 7 mana here. If it's a Sunbeam, even better. Come on. Give it to me. No, there's none. That's okay, though. We still take those. So this guy looks like he's playing spells. We don't even, well, actually, we could kill it anyway. Right. So now, 8 mana turn. Potion of Growth Sunbeam. Let's go, boys. I doubt the dragons are gonna survive though, but if they do, because he might attack this one, this could stay alive. If they do, yeah, that's fine. He already used Blade Storm. What else is he gonna use here? That's it. Poor guy. He's honestly screwed. He's actually screwed. Don't need Sunbeam anymore. Alright. Probably like this. It's actually like insane. We're gonna potion the one in front just to put even more pressure. Like you can see how aggressive this deck can be. In terms of aggression and value, this deck does not have trouble. It only has some trouble in terms of defending really fast decks. So you just need practice against those and you'll be fine. I mean, with Hunter's Vengeance being like as broken as it is right now, it should be fine for you. Like if you're running a dragon deck, it's not like Hunter's Vengeance is gonna hurt you as much. Also means that the enemy Hunter's Vengeance doesn't hurt you as much, which is very funny. It's very lovely to find. Oh, please don't clear me. Let's go. We don't even need this, to be honest. Okay. I actually don't want the Cordia to die because I want to combo it with Wandering. So we can't do it here, unfortunately. We can do it here instead. Let's see. He played Blade Storm. He could... Well, actually, you could find Needle Blast. But it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Let me show you. It is okay. It's definitely okay. 9 value. Pretty good. Also blocks their front line. These eggs are basically safe except to spell. And then we have double Edric to these two, which clears them. And it's just beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. And then, you know, if you have a Cordia level that's really high, even just the raw eggs themselves can like really help you with Sunbeam. Oh, he doesn't manage the Needle Blast. The deck just cycles too fast. Let's go. All right, give me the Sunbeam, please. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm gonna risk it. No! Damn it. Alright, so watch this amazing play. This thing's blocking, right? Nah, 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 nah. Nah, 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 nah. Get the triple Edric value. Let's go. Wait, first, let's put this here. Hey, look, this is balanced. This is balanced, right? 28 value, 4 mana. Mm-hmm. You betcha. Oh man, I love it so much. This deck's so much fun. Look at how convincing this is. It's actually ridiculous. Edric also secures long games because of the value, the sheer value he gives. Which you can play at like level 3 or 4, which is also very fine, by the way. Level 4 is good enough in Diamond 1. Level 5 is overkill, like what I have. But yeah. Very, very spicy. Now, we should find our Sunbeam here. We should find it here. And if we combo it, that's 8 mana. So we can cycle away our Beast of Terror. No, don't hit the dragon. No, it hit the dragon. It's okay, because we get spare. So we don't even need Beasts. That doesn't do anything for us. Right? Sunbeam. Let's go! Oh my god, I'm sorry. I like peeked the mic there. Easy. Alright. Let's just do the deed. Let's just do the Chonkbeam. The real deal. What? I love this deck, guys. Oh, I love it so much. It's GG, my dude. It is over for you now. What are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do? Siren? But we got 2 Chonkers though. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, don't. Oh! Oh no! Let's go! I thought he had Saber there. Oh, that gave me a little bit of a... My heart like stopped for a split second there. Oh man. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let me recap. Let's look at the decks once more. Let's look at it even more in depth if you guys want to see. You know, typical staple cards like these cheap cards here. Dragon synergies, right? Especially Potion of Growth, right? It makes Sunbeam much, much more reliable. Plus, Potion is not useless for a mid-range deck. So it fits really nicely here. Witches is important as your control value card to kill big units in case you don't have Sunbeam or Cordia to kill the big unit. Right? Which is very, very nice. Edric, our flexible card slot. You can replace it with... Let's go through them. Lime Limbs, very, very good. Right? It's only common. Personal servers also. I try it. Like, I got my level 5 personal servers now. It's also very good, by the way. It makes this deck even faster. And it just synergizes so well. Perfect for aggro mid-range. The other one you can use is Toad. Very, very nice. It can act as more control, right? Because you have more movement to clear the board. Also acts as confinement bait. Because usually Toad becomes really big when you use it. Really nice for this deck. Harvester is very fun. I do that sometimes. Ubis, if you're a tryhard, right? You can put Ubis in there. But it's just not as fun for me. And yeah, those are the good ones. Oh, and Tigor too. Tigor if you want some high firepower. Very, very cool. It's like, look at this. Level 4, give 10 strength, right? Imagine if that gives a dragon, you use Sunbeam. It's amazing. It's great. It's just a little bit hard to survive early game with it. But this is incredibly fun. So, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this Chonkbeam Dex showcase. Yeah. And I'll see you all later.